Holy shit, it's happening. Whoa. So those symbols translate to FF06B5, which we still don't know, like, what the significance of that is. Those numbers, I believe, had something to do with, like, electromagnetic frequencies, someone told me. I forget exactly what, though. This. The golden cube from the murals. The screen that popped up on the little readout. Oh, what the fuck? I did not know you could... Alright, interesting, interesting. Okay, so... So it appeared in the readout on the screen um, in front of the statue in downtown, the one the monks were at, with the six-fingered hand. Uh, so here, real quick, if I can do that and then zoom in, you can kind of see it's a bunch of it's made up of QR codes. Let me see if I can up the contrast. And then what about... No, that blooms it out way too much. That helps a little bit. Um, Exposure, maybe? No, that hurts. That sucks. Ooh, taking down the exposure actually helps. So someone basically took all of these chunks of QR code and stitched them together, and here's what it says. So it comes out to a message. It says, "You've been looking long enough. You can stop now. It's over." Or is it? No, really, it is. One thing ends, another begins. Except nothing's beginning or ending. That's just your gonk mammal brain trying to make sense of your world, to create order, to control, to try to delay the inevitable realization that you are nothing, we are nothing. Mathematics, physics, chemistry, in the grand scheme of things, nothing but tools to acquire power. Hardly more advanced than the first rock we grabbed to bash each other's skulls. Isn't that liberating? You're welcome. Go be free. Frolic like the over-evolved primates you are. And for all you seekers and fools finding patterns where there are none, creating order out of chaos, here's a little secret for you. This isn't the first time we've met, and it won't be the last, but for now you can rest easy. Celebrate your adorable little achievements by cracking open a brosif and marveling at the beings, the only creatures on this planet with opposable thumbs. Just don't read too deep into it. In the grand scheme of things, question mark, you get the gist. Catch you around, Chumbata. So that's the official ending. However, so if I take exposure back to 0, right? If I take contrast back to 0, if I go over to depth of field, oh, depth of field's already off. Here, let me see. How do I do this? No, that doesn't help. The orange drowns it out too much. No. But you see it, right? The moon? And I know it's the moon, not the sun, because of all the pock marks and the pit marks in it. So if I leave photo mode, a magenta moon, no future. Trust no one. turn back. Those were written on the mirrors of the 3 beginning life paths openings. Trust no one, street kid. Or sorry, no future street kid. Trust no one, Corpo. Turn back, nomad. Oh, what the fuck? Night City's magenta as well. Or like the banners coming up from Night City. Oh, and the building lights. Oh, I can walk around? Oh, no, it took it away. So that, we are led to believe, was polyhister. And you'll see why in a second. That took me so long. I meditated at 4 a.m. like 9 or more times. I was losing my mind. I felt like everything was like playing tricks on me. I felt like it was all rigged. Mackinac Demiurge. If you don't know what Demiurge means, it is in Platonic, or Plutonic? Plato, no, yeah, Platonic. In Platonic philosophy, a demiurge is supposed to be like the one who created the world. But in Gnostic belief, the demiurge is there is like the one true omnipotent being, and then the demiurge is a subordinate being to that. And the demiurge rules the earth, and the demiurge is antagonistic to mankind. The demiurge stands in the way of true enlightenment. So it could be one or the other. A fitting name for someone who calls himself polyhister. That said, there's no denying this Mackinac truly evokes a sense of wrathful divinity. Okay, so it seems like more like Gnostic then, if it's wrathful. Blessed with gargantuan size and almost apocalyptic power under the hood, its driver will feel like a god of the road. Many would undoubtedly sell their souls to get behind the wheel of this monster truck. It's such a monster truck is such like the opposite of like an enlightened philosopher's vehicle. It's so funny to me. But anyway, so we've got a laptop to dig into. Shoes. Polyhister shoes. Oh right, yeah. And then so polyhister like disappears and only their clothes are left behind. And then in The Witcher, what the fuck did I just see? That's weird. Does that happen to all the wheels? That's fucking strange. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. That's nothing to me. But yeah, a naked guy shows up at the tower where the magenta symbol of Ouroboros is. Okay. So the sun's in my eyes, and I hate that. So I'm gonna skip time to like the middle of the fucking night or something. Okay, that's much better. Okay, so we've got files and messages. So let's start with messages. Polyhister. No way. Is it the same? Hold on. Okay, so one thing the cube did say was to crack abrasive. I'm gonna fucking take them up on that. Okay. So Tyromanta. So one thing that is cut out that you didn't see is I actually never found. I never went and found Tyromanta's body with the note on it. So I had to do that because I just kept not getting the cutscene. I kept meditating and nothing was happening. I went out and I got the apogee. I put that on. Still nothing happened. I went out. I found Tyromanta's corpse. It had nothing on it other than this note. Here, I'll show you. Other, probably. Oh, there's gonna be so much to comb through. I wish you could sort by recently found. It really happened. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So this is what was on this was on Tyromanta's body, dead under an overpass, in a homeless camp, I believe. I wandered a dark forest. Oh, it says, it really happened. I wandered a dark forest, the path before me deliberately tangled. My steps were misled, and the moon rose in a different place every night. I had to lose all hope to find the treasure at the very bottom. The very bottom of what? Could be the bottom of Arasaka Tower, in the video game, Arasaka Tower 3D, because we were on floor -1 when, or -10, or I forget exactly what it said, but that's where you find the Aardwolf Easter egg. So the moon rose in a different place every night. At the very bottom, they tried to hide it from us. The truth refused to stay hidden. Now that I carry the key, I feel at peace. I will not run. There's no point. Their eyes see everything. Those dead, glassy eyes, and the dead stars reflected in them. Who are they talking about? It could be a very meta thing. They could be talking about the devs or the player, and I'll show you why that's an option. Or it could be the Mr. Blue Eyes, the vampires or the techno necromancers of Alpha Centauri, or the he's always going on. Barry was always going on about the reptiles or the cyborgs, like skin stealers or whatever the fuck. But he says, now that I carry the key, I feel at peace. I will not run. There's no point. Their eyes see everything. Those dead, glassy eyes, and the dead stars reflected in them. Dead stars is interesting because I was told, I don't know if this is true, but I was told when stars are dying, they turn blue before they supernova. And it says the key is prize. The key is the prize. Not all deserve to hold it. I will be its guardian for what little time I have left. Polyhister will soon see the truth. What will he do with it? Accept it, or choose life and the lie that it is? So life is a lie. So again, you get into the meta concepts that they might be communing with the dev in some weird way, or the player. But the reason why I say that is because I just want to make sure nothing's different before moving on to the files. So these are all new. Let's start with one. So these, I believe, are Polyhister, not Tyromanta, right? So I finally made it, but apparently I wasn't the first. There's another one here, found at the epicenter, partially covered in sand, unconscious but alive. An unlucky passerby, the trespassers who accessed my mainframe. So he knows that we cracked the servers, and he got here after us. And we've been here so long, we're partially covered in sand. That's so funny to me. I've tried stims, electroshocks, even a slap to the face. Sorry, stranger, but nothing will wake him. There's nothing more I can do except make sure that he at least won't choke on his own vomit. So apparently we were like throwing up. I need to finish setting up my equipment and examining the surrounding area. The path leads here. It's time for me to discover why. Initial environmental scans. No abnormal electromagnetic phenomena. Again, now we're talking about electromagnetic phenomena with the codes that were showing up on the white screen. Normal background radiation. Whatever makes this place special, I can't identify it. The thing about 4 a.m., there was some theory, certain new age whack jobs who believe in the pineal gland being like the be all end all of your mind's power, believe that at 4 a.m. There's like certain situations electromagnetically make it like peak hours for your pineal gland operation, and it makes you more open to spiritual phenomena. So there's a theory that that's the only time that weird golden cube could like communicate with you. because every other time it's being blocked. I thought maybe it was linked to the apogee Sandevistan, but that's just not true. I tried so many times, it was not happening. Um, but if that was true, that would be interesting because maybe it's like a fault in the code of whoever made the apogee, but it's ultimately irrelevant. Um, in any case, if I'm right, the window should open in less than a minute now. And this mystery man, he still hasn't regained consciousness. A coma? Odd, odd, odd. So very odd. Something happened. I don't know how to put it into words. I saw a vision, a hallucination. One moment, walking in circles. Their fucking moon is reflecting on my screen. It's staring at me. Barefoot in the sand. The next, suddenly indoors, a room, wholly unfamiliar. But there was someone else. But there was someone else sitting and watching a TV or a monitor. I couldn't see their face, but I could make out the image on their screen. It was me. They were watching me, or rather, watching through me. It doesn't make any sense. Whoever this watcher is, they were supremely focused as they watched. No, not watched, so much as observed. Seemingly unaware that I was in the room with them. As I write this, I'm back in the desert. I don't remember how when I woke. I don't know how long this dream lasted, for lack of a better word. I'm going back. I have to, but I need to prepare. I'm going back? Going back into a hallucination? I don't think that's true. It was clearer this time. Oh, he did go back. It was clearer this time. The watcher sat exactly where they had before, but this time I could make out some sounds. I could discern more detail, but it required immense focus, effort. This punishing pressure, as if someone or something didn't want me to see, as if I was a persona non grata in this place, but present all the time. I studied the watcher in an attempt to learn their intent, their purpose. The monitor appeared to be connected to a kind of compact computer, an entertainment console. I've seen nothing like it, yet somehow I feel certain. This time was different than before. I didn't see myself on that screen. The image showed Night City, seen from above, like drone footage. The Watcher is spying not only on me, but on all of us. Why? It's time to make contact, to let the Watcher know that they, too, are being watched. So I guess they go in a third time. An empty room. The Watcher was gone. I wanted to leap, to see more, but the farther I got from the screen, the more I was drawn back into it. I sat, taking the Watcher's place, focused on the image, blurry, indistinct, but gradually sharpened, that familiar outline. The Watcher, sitting in their usual spot, but now on my screen, looking at them through them, and they watched me watching them. And they watched me watching them, watching me watching them. Then a presence in the room. I turned around, no one. When I turned back, their eyes, no longer staring at an image of me on the screen, but at me, the real me. I'm afraid, but I must return. So he goes back in a fourth time. I understand now, but it's too late. Something ends. Will end. Has ended. Farewell. Sorry. Okay. So, what's confusing to me is that this is not. I'm not on the mattress. The mattress was like right here, wasn't it? It's so strange. Mackinac 1704. Why is it like damaged? He's been driving it into stuff. Jet intake. What the hell? Will you stop it? So strange. So we're led to believe this is it. This is like the end of it all. There might be more. I don't know. Because the thing in the message said, we've met before, and we will meet again. It won't be the last time. Or I think it specifically said something like, this isn't the first time we've met, and it won't be the last. I think there's going to be more to it. It may not be accessible immediately right now, but yeah, no, it's weird. One thing that's kind of crazy is that Polyhister communed 4 times. I wonder if we can do it again, but the mattress is gone. It's so strange. Hmm.